All right, guys, I just got back from my last Kokanee fishing trip of 2022. It's early October, and as you can see, the fish are really starting to turn now. This is a very dark buck that I caught here. I thought I'd talk a little bit about meat quality on late season Kokanee. So this is just in reference to fish that are transitioning into spawning colors. Your third year fish that are going to be spawning next year should be very tasty and edible this time of year. But I wanted to sort of take a look at what a fish that's in this condition, what its meat looks like, and some tips and tricks for making it a little bit more palatable and extending your kokanee season. So let's just go ahead and fillet this guy real quick. And I always prefer to tend to keep bucks this time of year rather than hens. And I'll show you the reason why. As you can see, the meat quality here is actually still really good. It's got good color. In fact, there's even still a fair amount of fat marbling here along the inside of the fillet. And that's because bucks are going to be allocating most of their resources to gonad development, and sperm is actually pretty cheap, whereas the hens are going to be investing in eggs, and eggs are fairly expensive on the body and will take up more of the fat. So that will cause the hens to lose their fat content faster, and they will also lose their firmness faster. But this fish is still very firm. I kept it nice and cold on ice packs, which is why it has discoloration. But yeah, that's still a very healthy looking fish fillet. So clearly I probably could keep fishing in that lake for a few more weeks and pulling out fish of decent quality. But there are some tips and tricks that I like to use for these fall fish as they start to lose their fat content and as they start to lose the firmness on the meat. A couple things that you can do that are very easy is obviously you can smoke fish. Smoking fish, you use salts and sugars, which draws the moisture out, and that's going to help firm up the flesh of the fish. And then of course you use smoke and you get all kinds of different spices in there and flavors, black pepper and dill. And when you smoke it, it helps to mask any of the flavor in the fish that maybe has declined a little bit because of loss of fat. I think that's the primary driver in changes in taste, is the loss of fat. And of course there's some other enzymes and such that are active as these bodies of these fish transition into spawn, which can give them a little bit of an off taste. But the smoking really helps to mask that and draws out that moisture. Of course there's other things you can do here too. The type of marinade you choose. I like anything with a little bit of a acidic tone to it. So white cooking wine, mirin cooking wine, sake, they're all going to be really good. That little bit of acidity is going to help draw out the fishiness. It'll mask the fishiness of the taste actually because of chemical reactions between the fish oils and the acids itself actually get rid of it, which is why a lot of people like to squeeze lemon over their fish because it helps to mask that fishy taste. And another thing I really like to do is to cook these on either cedar or alder plank. So when you cook on plank cook these, which is what I'm probably going to do with this fish because it still looks absolutely amazing, you're going to soak these planks in water and then put this on the grill. And of course you get the additions of all of the flavor of the smoke coming off of the bottom of these boards as you cook on them. But another thing is that it steam cooks the fish, and I find that when you steam cook these fish on the planks, it actually changes the texture of the fish and firms it up even more. So if you have fish that are a little bit soft, plank cooking on alder or cedar is a really good idea. All right, well, I'm going to finish filleting this fish before the yellow jackets get here. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll put links to videos where I talk about how to smoke salmon and also some of my favorite planks and such that I use for cooking these late season kokanee. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye.